Yo, welcome back to another episode of the Beaumont Weekly. In this episode,
CCTV on every corner of this building. Condensed schemes is what we like with these, is trying to keep as much of the infrastructure as possible. The property's been vacant for a long time, repo job, 150 grand, you get 12 units out of it just for the loft conversion. This is a banging deal.
So yeah, I'm at a charity paddle event today. My friend over there, Jack Jiggins, it's his company hosting a charity event, which is lovely. Load of developers and different people here, chatting shop. If you don't know who we are property developers in the UK. Today, I'm in a slightly obscure location, but usually we're on site, we're in the office, we're talking business, we're talking property, talking about raising investment and what we do as a strategy as a business. Hopefully it's useful content. Subscribe if you like it and enjoy the episode.
Okay, so we are looking at this property. So that's all this white you can see. Funnily enough, that property on the left of the white, we viewed a long time ago because they've got a strange title divide between the party wall where their stairs encroach into the terraced house internally. Really weird, never seen it before. And I think we might have actually bought that property now, possibly. Might have it secured. Might be the one next door that says sold with Patterson, so might be wrong with that. But yes, all this white terrace here, up for 150 grand, vacant solicitor's office, and we want to turn it into apartments. So the plan here is commercial to resi. Okay, that's stairs and a side entrance out to the rear. Okay, bit of a rabbit warren. I'm getting lost. What I'm hoping to find with this building is that there's clearly and easily divisible spaces where we can go studio apartment and then studio apartment. This is great because we've got the side access there because it's the end of terrace, straight into the staircase. So all of this can just go to being habitable space. Okay, we have a centralized circulation area. That might be a good thing, might be a bad thing. Just depends. Okay, rolling shutters, they can't got UPVC. So there's a one bed in this side and there's possibly a studio through there. This we could potentially close up. I mean, look, this could be a bedroom, kitchen diner, possibly the bathroom kind of in there. Condensed schemes is what we like with these, is trying to keep as much of the infrastructure as possible. Mainly the spinal walls, anything load bearing. We might need to cut out openings here and there, but ideally we're not moving around too much structurally to keep the space. This can come out, divide them into quite compact units. Like this could be a studio apartment in here. No reason this needs another room. A bedroom in one area, kitchen diner in the other. We could pull out most of this and pull that back to the side door, and then they could have their own entrance, I suppose. This is the confuddle, yeah, with this central corridor. It is useful and good we have a central corridor because it gives us existing option to just go, okay, we'll go one bed there, take 2 rooms, 1 bed, or possibly 2 bed, and the same principle on this side as well. The other thing we could do, knock this through, so you have your, say, kitchen diner there, bedroom at the back, possibly 2 bedrooms, and then all of this just goes back to being part of that unit, and then we kind of chop up this corridor like that, almost in line with the terrace. So you'd have one wall here. We've got that one already at the end of terrace, so 1 through there, 1 unit here, and then another wall, say about here. There's another unit behind me, another unit through here, spanning the full width, and another one through here, knocking through there. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 sections. And there's good depth to some of it where it's got the offshore extensions. That's the thinking here. I do think chopping it in 4s is best because these just aren't big rooms. If we were to run the unit sideways, we'd lose a lot of depth in the circulation area. Like we could pull this out a little bit, but we're much better off just going, look, there's your kitchen diner, there's your bedroom. Ensuite's gonna sit somewhere in the middle. And to be honest, you know, one of these walls can stay and just knock one of these out, or potentially dig up drainage here, central drainage, runs the whole way through, and plot all of the en-suites or all of the bathrooms through here. Say we cut this unit like there, then bathroom can sit here, drainage run just goes nice and linearly the whole way down. You just leave an opening there to walk between the units or walk between the bedroom and the kitchen diner. It looks like a rabbit warren, but there is an overall space planning that is much simpler to do just based on the shape of the building because they're terraced houses. So if we follow that same principle upstairs, does it still work? Is there a central corridor? If so, good, because we can kind of adopt the same sensibility when we're doing the appraisal. Everything seems to be going in the right direction with the whole business. Like there's nothing needs to be changed, but so that you're aware, behind the scenes, me, Matt, and our AI guy, Craig, are doing a lot of work on trying to build a client portal so that effectively what will happen is acquisitions and sales will meet at a central point. We've just brought on Jenny and Gibraltar. Jenny's there as sales support and will be acquisition support. The idea being that as those 2 points meet, it creates a profile on a new platform building.
Ryan's already just welcomed Jenny, who will make a big difference, picking up all the pieces behind the scenes. And sometimes, say, Sammy is viewing a property, talking to the client, gets the deal over the line, dealing with the agents, solicitors, and like me, you would forget to press Monday to say secure little things that trigger automations. So that will make a difference. It's the most appointments booked in a calendar month. The reason I know that is I'm reading a script that Matt kindly put together and emailed me this morning.
25% of all HMO viewings, we have offers accepted, and there's a few more, I think 3 or 4 more going into the pipeline. That would mean that there's 29 HMO rooms added in the last month, plus minus a few days.
Basically, started jobs last month for Salem, Imrie and Glen. All Imrie's a 7 beds, the loft conversion extension. Glen and Salem are both loft conversions and extension as well, but 6s. All under PD, which is nice. We've got 127 rooms, of which 42 are imminent to handing over or already have been.
Westbourne, there's 1 room left at Westbourne now.
Oh, bang it.
Yeah.
Oh, that's good.
All our window opening's knocked out now. Only just arrived, so we're gonna do a little update. We've got units. And for anyone going, why aren't you wearing a high vis? There's no plant on site. Technically, don't need to. Same exact layout as upstairs. Keep it nice and simple. Means all our drainage runs, all our M&E, everything stacks on top of each other. Unit. HMO room. Nice. So we are just first fix dry lining at the moment. This electric's still being done upstairs. That's turned out to be a good size. Quite happy with that. There's no ensuite in there yet, but we were always a bit worried about that corner unit. But I think upstairs will be interesting to see how they're getting along with the electrics and if the plumbers have started at the other end of the building. So let's take a look. And again, jumbo wall, double track, keeping the apartment side, which is this side, completely compartmentalised from the HMO side. So that acts as a nice acoustic barrier as well as a fire barrier, obviously. Yes, we've got electrics pulling through all of these now as well. All the domestic stuff, cool. Some fire. Okay, not much else. I've just pulled through the fire cables at the moment, or alarm cables. Other than that, it's just first fix stud here. No plumbing, nothing's up like that yet in the apartment section. Same here as well. Just looks like it's the red stuff. Okay, but the HMO section should be more progressed. Now we're getting all of our rings tee off, as you can see there, for sockets for the kitchen, switches. So this is now starting to pull through the building. So you'll notice how we're kind of like walking through different phases. You've got first fix stud down there only, still not even finished first fix stud. Up to here, we've got the start of cable runs coming through with the fire cables or the alarm system. And then now we're starting to get all the twin and earth, the sockets, everything else. And then when all the back boxes are on, that's the apartment. And the HMO is looking like it's almost fully first fixed with our header M&E tracks running through. And it looks like we've got some plumbing done as well. Great, so that's carrying, we use the flexi stuff to carry through our flow and returns and our heating. Great to see. So first fix electrics are looking like they're pretty much done. First fix plumbing looks partially done in some areas. Really, it just looks like they've pulled through some of the flexi pipe and that's it. So probably actually not much else done on the plumbing side. Okay, yeah, here we go, hot and colds. Starting to go in here. Red for hot, blue for cold. So that's starting to come through now. Good, cool, sweet. I'm having an awful hair day, so just ignore that. I know it insults some of you watching. It's fine, I'll get another hair transplant, don't worry. Here we go for our security system as well, because we're gonna have CCTV on every corner of this building and the internal areas, because just don't take any risk on it with these freehold blocks of apartments. You just want to CCTV the shit out of them, because there will, I'm sure, be some dickhead at some point who wants to smash a window, or some drunk person, or sometimes there's crime that happens on the street and the police ask us if we've got CCTV for it, and there's just things like that. It's just worth camming up the whole building. Now we're downstairs. You see we're up to DPC now, which is good, which means we're out the ground and we've got our pad in and we've got the first course of bricks in, which means we can start flying this extension up to the tippy top of the building. Creating a little doorway as well there for the storage room. Tommy, how long is this gonna take, mate? 2 weeks, knock this up? 1 week?
Me?
Yeah.
3 days.
3 days, there you go, 3 days and free store extension will be knocked up. And we're back in the office. Had a few days down south recently, back in Somerset, where I spent a few years growing up in school. And it was good to go down and see the family, grandparents' anniversary was 65 years of marriage. You don't get that anymore. He's only just got married. See if he makes 65. He's not gonna, because Vicky's gonna leave eventually. But good luck with it though.
She's got my baby right now.
Yeah, she can keep that. Anyway, we are about to do a pricing meeting. Jay's not here because Jay's also just proposed. Congratulations, Jay. Well done, Jay. Very, very sweet. We're doing a pricing meeting. We're actually repricing a job. We just need to find some cost savings on this one to make sure it works as a buy-to-let project. This can happen sometimes where we'll do the initial price and factor in everything that needs to be done on a project. If they're really vanilla and it's basic cosmetic stuff, nice and easy. If it's stuff where it's like this property where we're rewiring it, the property's been vacant for a long time, repo job, insurance company, boarded up the whole thing, it's just been turned off for ages, a bit of mold in there, rear yard's got overgrowth, new kitchen, new bathroom, everything. It's quite a large terrace though. It's a large 3-bed with a big bathroom. So there's quite a lot of square metre coverage as well. So we have to put in quite a few contingencies for this, but it's just pushing the cost up too high. So we need to find cost savings. So we're going to run back through the pricing sheet now and go through the video and all the notes that Clive and Shane have and see if we can pull this down a little bit. And that's what we need to do. But ultimately, sometimes the cost is what the cost is and we just can't pull it down indefinitely. Otherwise, we'll end up not finishing the property properly. So
How do, mate? You okay?
how do, mate? All good and do. Please show everyone the true light of Clive, because Clive is the loveliest man you'd ever meet, and you'd never think he'd have such thuggery on his calf. God, let's see this tat. Look at that. It's a Newcastle flag. Does it have a central corridor running the whole way through? Sean, let's find out in 3, 2, 1.
It does.
Does. Again, kitchen diner, little bedroom off the side, another bedroom here. Could get a 2-bed. But do we have stairs the other side? Because one of these sides won't necessarily need the... It's cool, isn't it? Wow. We won't need to run the corridor the whole way through the top if there's 2 stair cores, which I'm certain there is. We can, cut it up halfway through. So that could be 2-bed that side, end of wall, another unit here, and then it's just what we have to do this side of the building. Ceiling height's not massive either. You can see door frames are about 2, so probably like 2.7. Okay, stud. But these are bedrooms, these are ready-made bedrooms, this. So we save loads on stud work if we can just retain those bedroom layouts. We do have to do, well, if they're internal walls, we don't even have to worry too much about the fireboarding, but all the party walls have to be reboarded. I'm not seeing stairs though. We can always introduce stairs, but no stairs. So if we didn't do stairs and we just kept this central corridor, at the end here, we get a nice, we can use the full span because the corridor doesn't need to run through. And here is 1 bed, possibly a 2-bed in this area. This corridor will then finish here, front door, and then we'd have 1 unit down that side, 1 unit down this side, central corridor. Now this width is probably a bit of a blag. We might get away with it. To be fair, there is a studio there and a studio here. So, that's a 1-bed really there. It's just a bit narrower on this side. So that's a 1-bed studio in between those. Actually could be a 2-bed because you've got this extra bedroom here. So I think high level, we can get 1, 2, 3, 4 1-beds downstairs. We can get studio, 1-bed, potential 2-bed if we self-contain that over there. Upstairs, we'll get at least 1, 2, 3. So we could get 12 units here. 12 pretty compact units. They rent perfectly well. We're right next to the town centre. Metro lines all into this major city around here. And for 150 grand, it won't necessarily go for that. For 150 grand, you get 12 units out of it just for the loft conversion to get that internal fabric to where we need it to be. This is a banging deal.
All right, thank you for watching. Next time I'll be on site, I'm sure. But make sure you subscribe. Hopefully you're finding this content useful. It's been a nice tournament today. It's a 17-hour paddle sesh. If you know anything about us as a family, we love paddle. Me and my mum, my dad, my brothers, and different staff as well come with us to play paddle once or twice a week. Big into the new paddle craze in the UK. But anyway, big love. Subscribe. See you next week.